What's up, guys? I'm super excited about today. Today is a very, very special wintertime experience, and it's brought to you by the Tailwaters Lodge here in Bristol, Tennessee. Guys, today we're going to be going down the Holston River, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be going after bass, and not just any bass, but smallmouth bass in January. The Tailwater Lodge has teamed up with the South Holston River Company to give guests an excellent experience on the water. Today we are with Troy Runyon, who specializes in catching bass on the fly rod. Guys, we're also with Bruce, the owner of Tailwaters Lodge. And guys, if you're looking for a wintertime adventure, today's a really, really fun opportunity to go after some smallmouth bass. There we go, Bruce is on. Woo! Yeah! Nice jump. Oh yeah, look at him fight. This is awesome. Yeah. Woo!
That, and then I get a bridge. There.
Oh, got him.
Now rod down, a couple good real hard pulls.
Yep, he's on. Woo. Oh my gosh, that was nuts.
It's like Shark Week.
Oh, it's nuts. This is absolutely insane. Here he comes. Got him on the surface. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, that was really cool. All right, guys, bass number 2. This guy was absolutely acrobatic. Let's go ahead and let him go. And let's see if we can get another one. All right, guys, Bruce is hooked up, and he is stripping this fish in. Here he comes. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yeah. We got it. Heck yeah. Oh, beautiful cast. But the concept's good. I like the concept. I'm more... Oh. I got one. Yeah, fish on. I did not strip into it good. Hey, now that's white glove service right there. This is next level. You just need to come to the Tailwaters Lodge, then come find Troy. This is ridiculous. There we go. He's on the surface. Oh. There we go. So, all right, guys, another beauty right here. Let's go ahead and get him in the water, and let's get on another one.
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce is on. Nice job, Bruce. He was just waiting for you to come another 5 feet over. That's what it was. Woo! Yes, that is a good one. Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. You feel like you haven't made it.
Fish on. But I set it like a trout. There we go. Yep, he wants it. Golly, what a strong fish. Wow. Yeah, he is. Oh, he's big. He's really big.
Get him on the reel.
Okay. All right. Oh, he's big. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm nervous. Okay.
You can use your forearm.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying. He's strong. Yeah. All right. There he comes. Yeah. Woo! Holy smokes. He's a lot bigger than I realized.
3.17.
No way. Yeah, we can measure him. I'd love to see how close he is. 19 and a half. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I got him. So guys, I just caught a really big smallmouth on the fly rod. I cannot believe it. That was wild. My forearm was actually getting really tired. But thank goodness he stayed on. And wow, one of the top fights ever. Oh, Bruce on.
There you go, Bruce.
Oh,
Stick on him.
holy smokes. Look at that rod bend. First time in my life I've ever seen something like this. Nice one, Bruce. Yeah, heck yeah. Oh, thank you, sir. Woo. Look at this, guys. So not only do we get a great experience catching fish, we get an excellent lunch as well from Panera, and look at that. Oh yeah, everything you need. All right, guys, fish on. Oh, he's digging. Did he make it? Woo! Heck yeah, look at that. All right.
Spit you right at the end.
He did, look at that. Guys, look at that. He spat the hook right here. Man, that was an awesome fish. Very cool. And away he goes. Heck yeah. Woo. Fish on. I barely hooked him. He's my half pounder. No, it's a quarter pounder. Which, that's right. Oh, no cheese. It's too light for that. This is a quarter pounder with lettuce.
He ate that, though.
He did.
Has two bass at the same time. He's got him. He's got him. He's got a twofer.
Guys, we just got two. One cast. Oh, we should get a photo of me holding the two of them.
There you
That
go.
is insane.
There you go. We got it. That's good job, Michael.
Unbelievable.
Good job, Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it was an awesome day on the water.
Yes.
Troy,
It was fun.
It's very obvious. You know what you're doing. I mean, what do you got? Like 20 years, 25 years of experience?
26 years on that river. Yeah.
26 years
So-
on that river. So
I believe it too. I'm only going to speak for myself on this, but you know, going into this specific adventure, guys, I have very limited fly fishing experience, and so obviously there was a little bit of coaching going on, but I can guarantee you a quarter of the way into this trip, I felt like I was dialed in. I was believing that every cast was going to be a fish, and when you get to that point, it's just really fun. So Troy took you know, someone that doesn't really know what they're doing, and very quickly you kind of molded me into, hey, this is how the fish react, here's how to cast at them, and then from there on it was just you watching us, you know, land fish. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always fun to see somebody experience, you know, something new to them. I know that, you know, you fished, you know, with spin gear and things of that sort. So, you know, flipping over to a fly and a fly rod.
Sure.
I feel like it's more of an interactive experience with the fish, because you actually have to place the fly where you need it to be with that fly rod. And there are days where, you know, if you're a foot or two off, you know, they're just going to watch it go by. So
Troy, I tell you, I have not caught a smallmouth bass since I was a kid, you know, and I'm not a kid anymore. I mean, it's been 50 years since I caught a smallmouth bass up in New Hampshire, where I grew up. And so, I mean, here you are putting us on these smallmouth bass that are, they're huge from my perspective. I mean, they were big fish. I mean, you caught a 19.25 inch smallmouth.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were in the 15, 16 inch range, 17 inch pretty regularly.
Yeah.
And I was like, these guys fight. I mean, they got an attitude.
right, they've got a low gear, you know, a bulldog gear, and we were talking about it in the boat, comparing trout fishing to, you know, smallmouth bass fishing. It's like going to a 7-course meal at some exclusive
The Biltmore,
club,
you know.
at the Biltmore,
For the trout.
versus
Yeah.
going to the local pub and getting into a bar fight. You know,
Right.
That's
This
right.
is no exaggeration, guys. I actually have sore muscles from this. like it sounds crazy, but there are back muscles right now that are actually sore from this experience. So this is no joke.
The other cool thing is, I mean, this is January. This is January.
Yeah.
I'm from the Northeast. I mean, you don't fish unless you're ice fishing,
Right.
you know, in January. And here we are fishing for smallmouth, which is typically you fish for in the summer.
Right.
So how cool is that? You know, it's like, to me, this was an incredible experience because I was able to smallmouth bass fish for the whole day in just a great environment right on the river. And the temperatures were pretty good.
Yep.
I know there was a raging storm in the Northeast going through Pennsylvania and going through New England and New York. And here we are catching smallmouth.
And not only catching them, but watching them chasing shad and being aggressive, which, when I think of bass this time of year, I think of reservoirs and I think of them going deep. I don't think of active feeding bass that you have an opportunity to throw at and possibly get a topwater hit.
Right.
And on our adventure, we had multiple topwater hits.
We did.
Which was,
typical fishing for smallmouth in the winter is, you're dredging the bottom.
Yeah.
And you have to about hit them in the face in order for for them to react.
Because they get kind of sluggish. Yeah,
absolutely.
So the ones that we were after, very energetic, very
very energetic.
willing to take the patterns that we were throwing at them.
Man. And obviously that's all you. I mean, you knew the pattern, so we didn't have a clue. I mean,
it's
just so folks know. I mean, I'm pretty much a beginner fly fisherman. I'm a novice, and you were very patient. You helped me understand how to do it.
Yeah.
The whole strip thing.
Yeah. I mean, you coached us up.
I still didn't get it right because I'm still jerking on that rod. But by the grace of God, I still managed to catch some fish.
Michael was referring to it as the white glove service.
That's right, the white glove service. Yeah. So not only does he not make you feel bad when you catch a tree, sometimes when you're really struggling and you can't get it in that zone, he'll go ahead and just like show you how to get it in the zone, explain how to cast it, and then he hands you the rod, and then of course you hook up on a really nice smallmouth.
Yeah.
Which actually happened one time to me.
It is unique. The casting that you have to do, the line weights that we use, typical trout rods are 4 and 5 weights.
Yeah.
So the 7s and the 8s that we're using, you feel like you're throwing an extension cord, the thickness of the line. And
I was gonna say, from an outsider's perspective, someone that fishes with, I spinner fish, I do all types of fishing, and I really enjoy fly fishing. This form of fly fishing with the heavier line and the system that you had set up for us actually kind of simplified things a little bit for me. And it was actually more forgiving as well, because there were times with the heavier line that I may catch a tree limb and I was easily able to pull it out, where, with a traditional fly fishing rig, we're retying the whole rig, in some ways it was actually a little bit easier for me once you kind of taught me where to go, what to do. Then it made sense to my brain and it was a little bit more forgiving. I actually like that a lot.
You can do a half-day trout trip and a half-day smallmouth,
See, that's the deal, right? I mean, you don't just have to come and just do trout.
Yeah,
just do bass.
Somebody could come say, "Hey, Bruce, I want to stay for 3 days. What do you have?"
Yeah.
You could say, "Well, got trout and we've got smallmouth and we've got mountain stream stream fishing," and so they could hit a day of trout fishing and then hit a day of smallmouth, and then they'll like it so much they'll do 2 days of smallmouth. Or
and I'll say this too, it's a good trip, like even though maybe the conditions weren't as good as normal because of the wind. Me and Bruce, this is our first time doing this, and we lost count of how many fish we caught.
It was it was a solid day. It was
and
the quality of the fish was.
You had a twofer. I mean,
you did.
That's true.
You caught 2 at the same time. I mean, 2. It was a double.
Yeah.
What do you call it? A double set? A double.
Yeah, 2 for 1. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to winter. A lot of people don't. They think it's it's a time to rest. And the days are short, the nights are long, and temps are cold, and fish don't care. They're already wet and they're always hungry. So it's
right.
And the water conditions that we have to fish, are unique in the sense that they will hold the temperature to where the smallmouth will react violently to topwater baits.
Yeah, they'll stay aggressive, won't they? Yes.
And then
right through the winter. That's the key.
One thing is, guys, I know a lot of you love to ask, like, where was I, what was I using, things like that. Well, I'm just gonna be completely transparent and say that I have no idea what I was using, because everything was customly made, right? And so Troy has a lot to do with that. He's the guy that's actually at his home, he's tying these flies. So when you're like, what we're using, I have no idea. I just know they worked really, really well. So come talk to Troy and you will soon find out that it is really, really fun to fish in the winter, which is absolutely crazy. If you had told me that starting this year, I think this is fishing trip number 3 or 4 for me, that was going to be smallmouth fishing and having a crazy good time, I would have thought you were crazy.
For those of you watching who are living north of us, you know, I know you're dealing with much colder weather. You're dealing with ice. You're not thinking about fishing at all. And here's an experience that you can have in January, February,
Yep.
and March to come down here and experience this really epic smallmouth bass fishing experience that, to me, is second to none. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. And Paul and I, my wife Paul and I, are going to go in a couple weeks. I already told Troy, I said, as soon as those shads start turning on, I said, let us know. I said, we're going to do it again.
I love it. It's like I said, that smallmouth is near and dear to my heart, and you'll see a twinkle in my eye when somebody says, hey, let's go smallmouth fishing. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I love to do. And if I could do it every day, that's where I'd be. You know, it's just, and it, like I said, give Patrick a call or call Bruce and Paula, either the South Holston River Company or Tailwaters Lodge can, get you set up, and it's good, from now till probably the end of March, and then they'll get into the pre-spawn feed where the smallmouth will just go crazy, gorging on everything they can before they go on the nest. So
perfect.
So it's a lot a fun.
Well, Michael, you and I were the beneficiaries of his experience yesterday.
We were. It was fun.
In difficult conditions, we still. We felt like pros yesterday because of the way he set us up.
You guys, you guys did well. Yeah. It's switching out to a bigger rod like that and having to be, a little more accurate with your casting and figuring things out. It's good to be able to take constructive criticism, and so I appreciate both of you for for doing that. And
man.
And I think that's how you learn. You get another arrow in your quiver.
For sure.
So and it'll apply other places too.
Personally, I'd like to thank both of you guys, Bruce and Troy. It was an incredible experience, and guys, seriously, I have been dreaming about how I can possibly get back on Troy's boat yet again for another experience, and I hope you enjoyed this one.
Welcome back anytime.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man.